Hi, I'm Travis Gibson with MGM Targets, and today we're going to go over the assembly and setup of the remote control recon target. When you get the package, what you're going to have in there is you're going to have two bottles. I've already got one installed in here. You're going to have two bottles. You're going to have the downrange control unit, what we call a rubber duck antenna that goes on top of it, the connecting cable that connects the back of the target to the control unit. It's about between 10 and 15 feet long. And then you're going to have the uprange master control unit. You're going to have a plug-in charger for the downrange and the uprange unit. You'll have one of these units for all of the downrange units, however many you've got. And then you'll also have one for the master control unit as well. And the last thing that you're going to have are the programming instructions, which shows you how to program all the targets for duration and sequence and exposure and that sort of thing. So to get started, just like with the regular recon targets, what we've got in there, all of the valves and everything that are in here are already pre-adjusted from the factory, so you shouldn't have to mess with those at all. Go ahead and insert the air bottle. What you want to do is make sure that the valve is all the way off, so you're going to turn that in the counterclockwise position. Go ahead and insert the bottle, put the retention strap on there, and then you're going to want to turn the bottle on. So the valve in the back here, you want to go ahead and turn that, and what you'll hear is it'll start to get a little bit of friction, but then you can hear the bottle charge the system. And when it gets to that point, just give it about another quarter of a turn or so, and that'll make sure that it doesn't rattle loose when you're shooting it. Go ahead and replace the fragment containment lid on there. And then the next thing you want to do is go ahead and get the downrange control unit set up and ready to go. So the small rubber duck antenna just screws right on top here. And what you'll notice on all these downrange units, there's a small little, they're all numbered units, so that tells the master control unit which unit is connected to this target, and we'll get into more of that later. On the back here, there's a little receiver tube, and that connects with the post that you put in the ground to hold this guy up off of the dirt, because you need to have a line of sight connection between this and the uprange unit. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and plug the two units in. These are little 5-pin connectors. You just put it in there and give it a little twist, and you'll feel when it gets set up and it'll look correctly aligned. When it gets to that spot, then you can go ahead and snug down the little lock washer that's on there. Okay, from there, all you need to do next is go ahead and flip the toggle switch on the left-hand side of the box to the up position, and it's going to return back to the center. And if you want to run it in auto mode, which means you shoot the target down and it stands itself back up, the target on the far right-hand side, you just push that down to the auto mode. And what's going to happen then is when the target falls down, it's going to have about a 2-second delay, and then it's going to actuate it to stand itself back up. Now, if you want to run it on the TNET mode, you just want to take and push this to the up position, to the TNET side. And what that's going to do is that's going to then communicate with the box itself on the uprange side to tell it what to do. After you get all the targets out in place and they're all connected to the downrange boxes and they're all plugged in and ready to go, I like to run this through what's called a discovery mode. On the right hand side, you can go ahead and turn this guy on, and in the display here, it'll light up and let you know that it's ready to go. So for the discovery mode and confirmation mode, in the lower right hand corner, there's a button there. You push that. You're going to push 0 to discover. And then what that's going to do is it's going to take 15 seconds, and it's going to communicate with all the targets that are downrange. Now, like we talked about earlier, the little number 1 that's on top there, it doesn't matter which box that's connected to. It doesn't matter what target that's connected to. That's always going to be box number 1. So if you've got those situated in a different way, you're going to need to change those boxes around if you're not moving the targets. So it's gone through its program, and it's telling me that target number 1 is connected and ready to operate. So we're going to hit Discover Confirm again, and press 1 to confirm, and then there's a little star above the number 1 that's telling me that this unit is hooked up and ready to go and run through the program sequence. So after you've got done with that, you're ready to start shooting. In the instruction manual here, they're very, very basic and easy to follow directions on how to program these for both duration and sequence. You can get up to 20 units off of this one box. Again, programmed for duration and sequence. One more quick note on the setup. When you set these targets up and the downrange control boxes, you want to stretch this cord out as far away as you can from the target. The other thing you want to be sure of is making sure that the cable is buried so it's not going to get hit with any stray bullets. The other thing, the reason that we tell you to put them behind the targets is because if you put it off to the side, there's a possibility of the fragments from this target or the other one next to it coming off and again cutting the cable, and you're going to lose the connection there. So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call at our customer service line. The toll-free number is 888-767-7371, or you can reach us via the website. That's www.mgmtargets.com. Thanks so much.